Step number 1, figure out what, if anything, has really changed. Consider that our political leaders relied upon expert epidemiologists to collect data, to build and analyze models, and then to make informed recommendations about how to slow the spread of this virus. Their expertise is helping our society avoid significantly larger deaths than what was originally predicted. And they are now giving us the confidence to methodically reopen the economy. In a similar way, in order for your business to survive, you should rely upon audience engagement experts, people who properly collect data, analyze results, and make informed recommendations about how your business should proceed. None of us is as smart as all of us, and you need the voice of the customer at your boardroom table. While you may be tempted to prioritize other reassessments, things like your supply chain or your distribution channels or your financial forecasts, one thing matters more than anything else, and that's understanding what is happening to your customer. Your customers generate revenue. Everything else is just a means to that end. So before you proceed with ideation or implementation, get accurate information. Now, these past few months have likely changed some things about what your consumers believe or how they're going to behave going forward. In addition to the loss of tens of thousands of lives and numerous negative side effects from the quarantine, this recession is going to trigger a host of events that's going to alter what, when, where, why, and how people choose to consume various goods and services. You must determine how well your category and how well your company is going to endure. We're going to feel the hangover of this situation for quite some time. Some speculate that a modest recovery might happen in the back half of this year. Other economists predict that significant problems will remain until mid-2021. And yet others say it will take years for us to dig out of the ditch that we're in. I know you probably can't read this, but as a point of reference, it took 48 to 60 months for most socioeconomic KPIs to rebound in the States after the last financial crisis in 2009. As such, the importance of audience engagement research has never been greater. You know, some business leaders have always shunned data-driven customer insights. They instead prefer to rely on their own intuition to make business decisions. But it is far less likely that your instincts are still accurate, given the magnitude of this disruption. Conversely, other companies have wholeheartedly embraced customer research, and they conduct it religiously. Unfortunately, all of our previous research studies need to be redone, given what's just happened. And as you do so, I encourage you to reevaluate your methodology. Rather than focus on questions that inform how well you are operationally executing, things like on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was our service? Or rather than asking questions that gauge how satisfied your customers are in comparison to your competitors, I suggest that you begin to measure emotional attachment with your brand and with your best customers to indicate what they are thinking and feeling and doing in regards to your category today. Great brand leaders excel at delivering on customer expectations, and they realize that customers don't do what they say or say what they feel. Therefore, your research should use a distinct approach to gauge attitudes and beliefs and rely upon different kinds of indirect questions that help people, sort of reveal their feelings, similar to how a career aptitude test helps reveal what type of profession you'd be most compatible with. What people believe about your offering and about your brand is going to drive how and when they want to re-engage with you. The type of audience engagement research that I endorse enjoys the simplicity of a Net Promoter Score, but is far more predictive and diagnostic in its value. Learning if or how much your customers' priorities and preferences have changed is job number one for any business. So now is the time to get properly educated about what the impact of this situation has been on your predominant and on your opportunity customers. Doing so will minimize waste and maximize the impact of various initiatives that can help get your business back on track.